Can you solve the mystery of Susan Berman's murder? A cryptic note, a shocking confession, and decades of secrets make this one of the most chilling cases ever told.
A cryptic note, a shocking confession. These were the elements that finally brought justice for Susan Berman 2 decades after her life was tragically cut short. In 2000, a single bullet silenced the successful writer in her Beverly Hills home the case, when cold years later, a chilling whisper caught on a hot mic shattered the silence. Robert Durst, a name synonymous with wealth and suspicion, was caught muttering to himself he didn't know the microphone was on, he didn't know the world was listening. What the hell did I do? Killed them all. Of course, this chilling admission sent shockwaves through the nation. It was the break in the case investigators desperately needed. Susan Berman was a woman of many talents, a successful writer, a loyal friend. Her life was tragically intertwined with Robert Durst, a real estate scion with a dark past. Their paths crossed years earlier when they were students at UCLA, a bond forged in those formative years would later be overshadowed by suspicion and tragedy. Durst was a prime suspect in the disappearance of his wife, Kathy. Susan, fiercely loyal, stood by him. She believed in his innocence. She defended him to the very end. Little did she know her unwavering loyalty would place her directly in the crosshairs of a killer. December 23rd, 2000, a gunshot echoed through the quiet neighborhood of Benedict Canyon. Inside her home, Susan Berman lay dead, a single bullet wound to the back of her head. The scene was cold, calculated execution. Police suspected foul play. There were no signs of forced entry. Nothing seemed to be stolen. The cryptic note sent to the Beverly Hills Police Department only deepened the mystery. It simply read cadaver and listed Susan's address. The investigation was just beginning, but the answers were elusive. The shadow of doubt. All signs pointed to Robert Durst. He was a close friend of Susan's. He had the motive, opportunity, and a history shrouded in darkness. However, the evidence was circumstantial. It was not enough to charge him with Susan's murder. The case, when cold years turned into a decade, the memory of Susan Berman haunted those who loved her. The question of who killed her lingered. Then in 2015, a glimmer of hope, a documentary series promised to shed new light on the case. What it uncovered was more shocking than anyone could have imagined. Jinx, a Confession Unheard, was a chilling portrait of a man haunted by his past. It explored the disappearances of his wife, Kathy, and his friend Susan Berman. The filmmakers conducted extensive interviews with Durst. They meticulously pieced together the timeline of events in a shocking twist of fate. It was Durst himself who provided the most damning evidence. During a break in filming, Durst, unaware that his microphone was still on, muttered to himself, "What the hell did I do? Killed them all." Of course, his unguarded moment, captured for the world to hear, sent shockwaves through the investigation. T was a smoking gun. They had been waiting for justice, delayed but not denied. The damning confession and breathed new life into the investigation. Armed with this crucial piece of evidence, prosecutors reopened the case. They meticulously built a case against Robert Durst. They presented a mountain of evidence, including the hot mic confession and new witness testimony. In 2021, more than 2 decades after Susan Berman's murder, justice was finally served. Robert Durst was found guilty of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The verdict was a testament to the perseverance of investigators, even after all these years.